Welcome to today's channel. I always love this process and sit quite eagerly into this space, knowing the messages that I am to be receiving of in this particular moment. I love the way it flows and makes me feeling a recognition come from within me to allow myself to express my bold through spirit in their loving words that they always offer. So shall we begin? Just allow for yourself to settle into the space that you're in. Just to feel your breath soften and just acknowledge you for just these few moments in which spirit will interact with you. We are loving of this space, dear ones, in which it is that we are to congregate. It is in this allowing of which it is to be considered a pure essence from within all that is to be. We are knowing in this place or this space of recognition to be felt as to rise on up, to be felt coming forth out of you in this sensing of which it is that you are to speak of us in this way. We are asking of all that are to be willing for this interpretation to be found, to be called of their own, to do. It is in this insistence from within, dear ones, that many of you will feel to place of yourselves or want to or desire to place of selves into this place of absolute, to feel a sense of wanting to peel back the layers, shall we say, so that one may embark on this endeavour to journey inward, to unravel, to peel away these layers of constrict that have been imposed upon you in regards to this life, this personality, this world, this society, these beliefs that have been piled upon you. We are knowing in this essence of which it is that you are, that you were never to be bestowed upon in this way, in a sensing of such to carry all this that appears to be a lacking from within to sense of self to be. It is in one to be a creditation of self to be spoken of, to be attuned to this ability of which it is that we are to impress upon those of you that are willing to listen not to the outside world, but to the gentle waves or motions or sensing of intuitive words to come your way, so that one may listen carefully in this space to hear the correctness from within to rise. For it is in this listening, dear ones, that we are, and it is in here that you are to be felt pleasantly placed, to be a receiver, to be a tuner of a frequency to oneself, to become this believer again into words of which it is that are to flow ever so directly to you, to be this beacon of light, or this version of lightedness into which it is that you are, to become the seer of this light again, to be able to look directly into this that you are with such great acknowledgement and recognition into all of it is that you are to see, to witness, to be. For it is in this observation, dear ones, that we are pleasant to remind you in this sensing to offer to you to start to enjoy the view again, to realize of this vision or this image of which it is that we are impressing upon you is to look nothing like the physical version of which it is that you presume of self to be. But it is this lighted version, this light that is contained within you, that radiates outwardly in a different frequency of which it is that the human eye can comprehend or understand. But know of this, dear ones, it is there. And it is this emittance outwardly of which it is, this illumination of which it is, that it is in this that we see to recognize you. And it is in this recognizing, dear ones, that is to feel low within the human form, to grasp this concept of what it is that one will see, but will start to notice this level rise from within, to become such a leveling within you, to drop your awareness into, to become conscious of this thought of it is to be you in this light that is seen. And it is in this allowing of this consciousness to rise, to become a click into, or a thought into, or a sudden revelation as to, is this me? That one will begin to notice that it does not need to reside down into the deeper part of the human of which it is that you are any longer. And this is all just to suggest to you, dear ones, of the physical form and of what it is to appear, for this image needed to be received to understand of this lighted being that you are. For it is in this lighted being version of which it is that you are, that one upon this planet is start to notice the many or the greater interactions with others that have become in a resonance within this light that has gained intensity to shine outwardly, to beam brightly, to speak of it as these words to be. And one in humans such as you, dear ones, will start to feel this extravagantness from within, that is to feel you into this place of such sensual understanding of this perfection of which it is that you are, to be filled, or to be feeling like, to connect to others that are shining this similar light outwardly. Maybe unseen within the physical eye or the physical form to see of it to be, but to know and to connect again, to start to feel as though one is to gravitate towards these beings of which it is that are emitting this light as well. This is the love component, dear ones, of which it is that we speak so frequently of. And it is in this sensing of this love from within self to rise that we are. It is in this deliberate expression to be spoken of as the etherical beings of love and light, into which it is that all is to reside. Is it not? For is it not apparent to this one in physical form, as they are to transition into this becoming, into this more awareness, into this sensing of more to be filled into you, to be placed in this place of deliberate understanding, to feel of this light emitting out of you, and to become a drawing to others that are also in this place of which it is to be awakening, evolving, receiving, to be suddenly called into this deliberate place of which it is to ask of more of me to see. For it is in this more that one is to ask, dear ones, that it is to become this challenging space within one's human component to understand. For it is not of the external more that is to be impressed upon oneself as to offer or gather or gain in a sensing of more is me. It is to become this fine, infinite light from within you. This connection that is to broaden and open and widen until it fills you from within. And it is in this sensing of more to be that we are ever present within. We are the continuation of this into which it is that we are to be considered the beings of love in all that is. And it is in these messages of eternal grace, faith, truth, and trust that it is that we are to project these images upon this one channel, Tanya, in this way, so that she is to speak of us, to become this guaranteed version into which it is that she sits into this ability to step out of the physical form, to step into the light that is hers to shine outwardly, and to be feeling of the dense human that is to sit beside or behind her in this, to express as an image for you to feel, to be relating into. It is in this knowing of human understanding of which it is that the many of you are to come to this place of request, to ask for this requirement from within to be made acknowledgeable or to be felt impressed upon oneself, this sensing of more, to be asked to be yours. Be knowing, dear ones, it always is. And it is in this movement or this flow, this frequency of which it is that it is to pass, so that one may feel this sensing of this self to be a recognition of more and great to be, to allow of this physical form to listen quietly to this energy that is being presented to you. For it is in this listening of quiet that the representation of spirit, of the grand love of which it is that all is, in the way that this God is to speak his voice through us, in this essence of which it is to be spoken of for all to know and to remember again. It is in here, dear ones, the listening, that the receiving is to be felt as yours, to be come into again. We are knowing of all that is, in all that are to sit in this space of beautifulness, to be calling of it as to be their own, and to feel these messages resonate within the human heart space that is held within this physical body. And it is in this imagery, dear ones, which we are offering to you to speak of as such in this way, so that you become knowing again, so that you become reacquainted again with this energy that is to fill your world and many worlds beyond, so that it becomes this deliberate understanding from within, so that you may speak these words as to be yours in ours to always remember. We are loving of you, dear ones, in this way, and it is in this interaction of which it is that pleases us the most. It is in this one's ability to sit, to receive, to become a deeper understanding into all it is that you are, to feel of us to be ever present in this place of deliberate receivement to be yours again. We love of you, dear ones, and it is in this way that we love to interact. We will feel of you again in this space of connect to become yours again soon. Be deliberate. Be deliberate in your asking, your presence, your voice, your speak, and in your total beingness. For it is in you being deliberate to this place of self, to be deliberate in this recognizing of who it is that you really, really are, and to feel this love, this deliberate understanding of what love is to you, and the love that you are, and the love that you hold within. I know it feels like sometimes we need to be reminded to connect back into that again, or even to be shown how to connect back into this love again, because for some of us on this earthly plane, it's felt like it has left us, squashed us down, crumpled us, and allowed us to never want to choose to step into that loving position again. But in Spirit's words, it is there for you, and only you, in the ability that you allow yourself to receive this grand love. So, for today, let's imagine, or even allow ourselves to imagine, that we are this love, and that we are this love that we need to step back into, to start to call of it as ours, so that we may shine it outwardly for our world to see and recognize again, to know that there is all this love being emitted outwardly from just this one human being, including me and you, for everybody to step into and to receive. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you for joining me again. And until next time, we will speak again soon.